Hey, so good to see you again. It's Joe with Miller Piano Specialists. So you've been looking for a portable piano, you've been looking at something in the $2,000 price range, and you're ready to make a real investment into your musicianship and your piano skills. You've come to the right place. This is the Roland FP90X. Stay tuned. So the way that I like to start off all my demos is by telling you how the piano feels. And luckily for you, this piano feels absolutely incredible. It has a PHA 50 key bed. That's the top of the line key bed that Roland has created for their keyboards. And it's a hybrid wood, so it feels like a traditional piano. And it looks like one too, but it's almost got like a sleeker, just more solid feel than traditional wood. It's really, really nice. You'll have to try one in person. But this key bed is really the bedrock of this magnificent instrument. And the feel isn't just the only amazing thing about this piano, it also sounds incredible. I've played a couple things for you, but just listen to this. That sounds so organic and real. But the crazy thing is, it's not real. And what I mean by that is Roland's pure acoustic piano modeling algorithm is being employed in this piano. So the sounds that you're hearing are actually being generated in real time in reaction to your playing. The difference between a modeled piano and a sampled piano is essentially that this piano is analyzing your playing in real time, reacting to it and creating a sound based off what you play. Whereas other piano manufacturers, other pianos use samples where it's actually the sound of a piano recorded in real time, in real life, and then loaded into each individual key. I think I prefer the modeled version. There are 8 customizable piano sounds on the FP90X. This first one that I've been playing is the concert piano sound. But all of these are fully customizable using Roland's Piano Designer, which you can actually download to your phone as an app or use on the keyboard directly itself. If I want to check out Piano Designer, I just go to the function, I scroll down to Piano Designer, I'm going to press function to enter. And here I'm going to find a series of parameters that I can edit to change the tone of my piano sounds. So right here, I've got the lid parameter. It's currently set to 4. I'm going to show you what that sounds like. It'll sound pretty open and like a normal grand piano. Now I'm going to show you what it sounds like taking the lid parameter down. So we'll take it all the way down to 0. And you should hear, just like a normal grand piano, it'll become a lot softer and mellower than when the lid was more open. Much softer, more mellow, better for like a more expressive, more intimate kind of ballad. And that's just one of the parameters that we can edit on here. There are so many. Roland has really taken extreme, meticulous detail to recreate every single aspect of the traditional grand piano experience. So I'm just going to go ahead and exit out of Piano Designer now. I'm going to hit exit. I'm not going to save my settings, so I'm going to go to right setting. And I'm going to go to no, and I'm going to hit function, and it'll take me right back to the main menu. And Roland, being the typical innovators that they are, didn't just provide you with one single deep feature. The Piano Designer would be probably an entire instrument if it were another company, but Roland is so gracious to give us more than that. On board, we've got a cornucopia of controls here. We've got the onboard equalizer, split into 3 bands. We've got low, mid, and high, which means that I can change the tone of my piano even more. Boost the bass, I can cut it. Maybe I want to boost a little of the high, get a little more shimmery brilliance on top. It's so easy, so quick, and it's actually really sounds great. Continuing on, we've got the ambiance button, which allows us to sculpt the sound of the room that we are playing the piano in. So as you can see, I've got concert hall pulled up here, and we've got 11 depths. So I can turn this, it's currently on 1. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it all the way up. You can hear that it sounds much more spacious and airy. A great way to hear this too is through headphones. This ambiance sound is absolutely incredible when you're wearing headphones, because you really need that stereo to give it that spacious effect. So that's the concert hall ambiance. There are 6 different types of ambiances loaded into this FP90X. We've got concert hall, wooden hall, stone hall, cathedral, and studio and lounge. And they all sound great. I'm gonna go ahead and put it back to concert hall at 1, and we'll move right on. And it really wouldn't be a Roland Digital piano if it weren't complete with the keyboard modes. Right now we've got it on a whole mode, which means that this sound, my piano sound, is spread over the whole keyboard. So good. So we have other modes, and this mode is called split. And what split does is it splits the keyboard into 2 different sounds. So in my left hand, I'm gonna have an acoustic bass sound. And in my right hand, I'll have my piano sound. Pretty cool for accompanying yourself. And then we've also got dual mode. Dual mode layers 2 sounds over the entirety of the keyboard. And in dual mode, we get this extra slider here that allows us to control the volume of each of the parts. So right now I'm in dual mode, and I've got a concert piano sound layered with a string sound. So you're gonna hear kind of a dramatic, cinematic piano. Pretty awesome, right? And you can layer any 2 of the sounds that are in the entire piano. In addition to split, dual, and whole mode, this comes with an educational feature that's so great, or a jamming feature, that is called twin piano. And twin piano, what that does, it's kind of like split mode, but instead of splitting the keyboard into 2 different sounds, it actually just splits the keyboard into 2 different keyboards. So I'm going to go ahead and turn twin piano mode on by going to the function menu, scrolling to the 8th page. I'm going to press the plus button, and now twin piano mode is on. That means now I'm going to have middle C in 2 different spots in the piano. And again, this is really great for educators if you're teaching scales, teaching fingerings, anything like that. This allows you to show somebody what to play, and they'll hear exactly what you're playing when they play on different ranges of the piano. Very useful feature. I'm going to go ahead and turn twin piano mode off by pressing the minus button, and I'm going to press the exit button to get right back to the main menu. And I'm right back at that piano sound. So those are some of the features of the FP90X, but we've also got so many other things to unpack here. And the main thing here is all of our sound banks. So like I said, we've got the 8 editable sounds that you can change a lot of characteristics of in Piano Designer. And then we've got a couple more upright sounds that are not editable in Piano Designer but sound great on their own. I'm particularly partial to Magical Piano. In addition to the acoustic piano sounds located on the FP90X, we've got plenty of electric piano sounds, which are some of my favorites because I'm a huge fan of old school music. And a lot of old school music used these electric piano sounds, maybe analog versions, but these are amazing recreations of these exact sounds that were used on these 70s records. This particular patch is based off of the Rhodes piano, which was an electric piano designed in the 60s for World War II veterans that became a huge defining sound of music from that era. I'll give you a listen. Sounds so good. I could play on that all day. Another one that I'm partial to is 15, the Tremolo EP. This sound reminds me of another Rhodes sound that was popularized back in the day and used by artists like Billy Joel. Another one that I could just sit around and jam on for hours. It sounds so good. In addition to the e-piano sounds, we find some classic organ sounds on here. One that I like is the B organ slow. This is modeled off a Hammond B3 organ, which was usually paired with a Leslie speaker, which was another defining sound of rock, jazz, and soul music way back in the day. Sounds so good. Sounds like having the real thing. We've got string sounds, chamber string sounds. These are very dramatic. I like these sounds when I like to get cinematic with my music. Ooh, spooky. We've got our classic super saw sounds as well, very 80s reminiscent. The FP90X has a couple more features that I thought I should mention. First off is the song mode. So let's check out one of the preset songs that are located in song mode. I'm just going to pull up song mode by pressing the song button, and then I'm going to hit play. We should hear one of the preset songs loaded into the FP90X. Very, very cool, kind of dreamy sounding. And again, you can play along with any of these songs, but where I love song mode the most is that you can record your own songs. We're going to go ahead and hit this circle button and it'll appear red. And now, whenever we start playing, we're going to immediately start recording our new song. So, I'm in 4/4. I'm going to start my metronome so I know where my beat is at. And then I'm going to start playing. Very cool. So now I should be able to play that right back and save to the internal memory so I can actually plug a flash drive in and get the MIDI file out if I wanted to and put it into my digital audio workstation if I wanted to continue working on this. But let's go ahead and hear it back. So fun. So you can kind of jam along with yourself or with any preset MIDI file song that you decide to put in. You may have noticed that there's now a microphone placed in front of me. That's because the FP90X has a microphone input right on the back panel and a fader for mic volume right here that you can actually
use your voice directly through the keyboard. I can just turn it up all the way, and now I can hear myself through my keyboard. This is really, really nice for when you want to sing along and play at the same time. Roland also included a series of microphone effects that you can apply to your microphone signal. In order to do so, I'm going to press the mic button right here, and I can see my 3 mic effects. I'm going to turn them on individually to show you what they do. This one says comp. I'm going to turn it on by pressing the plus button. And now you can hear that my mic signal is getting applied compression. And compression basically just means that it takes the quiet parts and makes them louder, takes the loud parts and makes them quieter. But overall, generally just makes it so that your voice is easier to hear. I'm going to go ahead and keep the compressor on. Now I'm going to turn on doubling. Hello, yo. So with the doubling, you can tell that there's now another signal being applied to my mic. The doubler can also be modified. So I can change the doubling type. Right now it's on 1 voice. I can put 2 voices, which makes the stereo spread even wider. Very cool. I'm going to go back to 1 voice. And then I can also change the doubling width. Light, light, normal, normal, and then deep, deep. I can change the doubling level. This is what it sounds like with it at 0. And now all the way up. I'm going to go ahead and turn doubling off now. Next, we're going to go to echo. Oh, yo, Now you might be able to hear that there's a slight echo on my voice. Again, this echo is also editable and customizable with a few different versions. Yo. Echo. 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 Hello. That one's my favorite. I can also change the echo level. Hello. And then I can just turn it right back off. And I'm back to my dry signal. And I can sing along to any song that I want to.
The FP90X, like other Roland keyboards, also does come with the Bluetooth functionality. So this allows us to connect a Bluetooth compatible device to the Roland FP90X's speakers and play sound and music through the unit. So the way that we're going to do that is just by holding the function button. Now the Bluetooth is pairing. I'm going to go into my phone and go ahead and pair with the FP90X. It's called FP90X Audio on the Bluetooth settings. So now I am connected. I'm going to go ahead and press exit to get back to my main menu, and I'm going to play a song. This particular FP90X is seated on a KSC 90 stand with the KPD 90 pedal board right beneath. These peripherals make it seem more like a stationary piano, but then you can lift it right off this stand very, very easily and put it in a gig bag and take it on the road with you if you were a gigging musician. So overall, the FP90X is a really, really great choice for anyone who's looking to make a serious investment in their playing that will really, really pay off in dividends. This is an instrument that not only will allow you to grow in your piano playing, but your approach to music in general, just your imagination, the microphone function, the Bluetooth functionality, all the piano designer depth. I mean, this instrument just kind of has it all. And if you're a piano player or a musician of any kind, I highly recommend coming to our showroom and trying to get your hands on one of these so that you can really experience the things that I'm talking about in this video for yourself. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. My name is Joe. This is Miller Piano Specialist with the FP90X. Have a good day.